So you have the development process, you have been effectively represented by a national planning authority. These soldiers are still offered saying that they can take you to an area and you wait for lunch. Those who are not really under pressure to go back to Kampala. If you had listened to what they said, then you would understand their problems, but I think let us wait, because housing is a problem for them. Housing is a problem for them. Then the savings, I think, NSSF, you are own. General, you have your own retirement thing, your own fund for retirement. The retirement fund. No, you don't say. Richard, why don't you greet them with that message? Because they still don't have that fund. That's OWC song. There is another one for the army, which we had sung for the army, but they didn't use. Then there is another one from the cry from the valley. They are very good 3 songs. So you can't listen to them now. Let's proceed. So the Chief of Defense Forces, General MK, Chief of the Air Force, Chief of the Reserve, Commander Special Forces, and all other chiefs. You know, my head these days is wealth creation, so I forget, but today it's a very interesting day for me, because finally my friend MK has become, he has the same rank with me now. That one has been biting him all the time, but now you have him. So how does it feel? I don't know. Number 2, I want to appreciate his service to the military for more than 20 years, but more specifically in areas where he defeated me. He defeated me in one area. I don't know where is Kidega. Is Kidega wrong? Kidega. You remember when Mzee almost took us to jail for misdeploying the Heribon in Uguru. Unakumbuka? Na Changungu iko wapi? So the story goes like this. Sit down. For me, I'm a guerrilla commander who has fought all those small guerrilla warfare, whatever, the attacks, ambushes, surprise attacks, long marches and attacks, you know, those infantry work. Then 97, the commander-in-chief tells me, that he wants to form a herringbone. You know a herringbone unit. So in my head I told him, but my head is not catching up. What do you mean herringbone? He said, people who can go ahead of the enemy, and in my head I could not see. In my head I couldn't sincerely understand how to conceptualize that. So he trains his 115 soldiers there at Guru Airfield, ready for deployment, and it was his unit, supposedly his unit. So when he had gone to Kampala, there was a chance for me to occupy Clark Hills on top. So for me, I thought a herringbone was to carry these soldiers and put them on top of Clark Hills and leave them there. So when Mzee came back, he said, my friend, where is my unit? I said, I have deployed it. It is at Corner Clark Hills. You remember in one of his high command documents, he said he will never forgive me. That he will never forgive me for not deploying not misdeploying his unit, the herringbone. So after that, then that's when MK came in and conceptualized the Special Forces Command. The Special Forces Command, that training, that one of combined arms, which all of you now know, but for us in our generation, really for us who were on the nyayo, kufata nyayo peke yake, au occasional conventional actions. So MK really have put in a lot for that type of work. Special Forces, combined arms. Yesterday I saw people, I was on TV, I saw people they are glad skydiving. My heart almost went out completely. I waited for the that man to go into a house. Fortunately, he maneuvered and landed. So MK, we shall always remember you for that contribution of that specialized training which you and your colleagues did after. The second one is the nexus between security and development, which I beg the army to understand. I have also been talking to him, but he was not really for me. He was in that Special Forces thing. But really, if we don't combine the two, security and development, you may not progress, because it is the other side. And I want to encourage the CDF to have a conversation with those guys, because those guys are also generals in their own rights. So I don't know the most senior general there. You have seen Pamela, she's one of the most senior generals. It's only because she didn't have time. She would clearly show you the relationship between security and development. We had made several presentations. I didn't know which one to present, mine or the one of UPDF. Because you know these disciplined forces, you have to be very careful with the way you present yourself. So we had made a presentation, but I think it has been overtaken by events. Because now all of you are in the one room together, you are going to have lunch together. So General MK, Hongera, but you didn't defeat my age. You remember for me, I became a 4-star when I was 46. And I think you have become a 4-star when you are 48. So you are 2 years ahead. So, Apollo Muhanga, the Commander Land Forces, I think you know what to do. From what you have said, I believe you know what needs to be done in order to carry forward what General MK has been doing. To the UPDF, maintain discipline. Maintain discipline and maintain your ideological clarity, because some of us, as you can see, are getting very old. And the simplest story which I can refer you to these days is when you turn 60, like yesterday Uganda turned 60. Now when you turn 60, you start evaluating what you want to do next in life. So yesterday I was thinking, Uganda is too old, is old enough to look after itself. But for me at 60, which was 2 years ago, I made a very serious blunder. I thought I had matured, I had known everything. So I wrote a missive, you know what they call a missive, to the commanding chief. Because I thought I had turned 60, I had gone through all the troubles of life, now I was a stable man. So I sent him that brief. In that brief, I was trying to be a PowerPoint like expert. So I showed him that was 2020. Who is it? Ashaba, what's wrong? Are they inside this room or they are like in space? The guys who have a computer, are they here?